My name is Melinda Sosar, and I was diagnosed in October of 2010 with breast cancer. It was breast cancer, and when I was initially diagnosed, it was in my right breast. But then after an MRI, there was some suspicious areas in my left breast, so I had it on both sides. First of all, upon being diagnosed, there was a lot of decisions that had to be made. And because of that, I had to really do a lot of praying and speaking with my husband and my family. And from that point on, those decisions affected the type of surgery I was going to have and what was going to come afterwards. So there was a lot of changes that occurred following my diagnosis. I think I was most scared of what would happen to my family, especially to my children, not being able to see them grow, not being able to see them finish school, get married, have children, and to not be with my husband and my parents and just my family and friends. So that was a very scary thought. The worst part of cancer, I think there are several answers to that question. First of all is the fear of unknown. Cancer is always one of those things that no two people's journey is the same, so you never know what's going to happen to you. Also, the thought of going through chemotherapy, I knew it could be bad, but I didn't know how it would affect me. And the thought of what happens afterwards. Would I still be around, or would the chemotherapy not take effect and it wouldn't help cure me? I took 2 rounds of 2 different types of chemotherapy. I had started with joint discomfort. It felt like I had the flu all the time. So it was a struggle. Some people do very well with it. I didn't do as well, and I lost a lot of weight. But each and every time that I took a chemotherapy, I was able to check it off and say, okay, I'm one step closer to being completed. In fact, when I started to, the thought of knowing I was going to have to lose my hair, I wanted to cut it. And I had my 3 girls sitting beside me, and the beautician came and she cut my hair, and they held my hand as that was happening. And then when my hair started falling out, my best friend came over and shaved my head for me. My husband was just true and steadfast and loving and accepting and just so supportive through the whole process. And my parents even came from out of town when I would have chemotherapy and would go with me to my chemotherapies and help me. I would definitely 100% say that if you discover you have breast cancer, every person's journey is completely different. So you need to look for your faith. Look deeply for your faith. Look to your family. And make sure that you have people surrounding you, from family to friends, that can lift you up, that can help you, and accept that help. And know that it's a journey. It's your journey, your specific journey. What worked for me may not work for you, but know that you can get through it and get to the other side, and look for others for help. Well, I always thought that if I was ever diagnosed with breast cancer, it would be an easy decision, but it's not, because it's a part of you that makes you feel whole. And when you decide for those to be removed, that's a part of you, a big part of you that defines you. And it shouldn't define you, but it does. It's like losing an arm or a leg, and it's not an easy decision. But I knew that it was the only decision that God had led us to. I knew it was a decision that I had to make in order to preserve my life, and knowing that it would allow me to be with my family and my friends, and to be around for my children and my husband. It was a decision I had to make. It was a hard one, but it was one in the end I knew I had to make. And after it was made, and after the surgery, and after the chemotherapy, I knew that that didn't define me as a person, but it was the love that I had received through my family and friends to help me get through it. That's what defined me.